Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Chamaka. If you're new on this channel, you're welcome. And if you're old, you're welcome back. So please kindly like, share, and subscribe so we can grow together. Today, we'll be talking about the man on the 5 naira note. That's Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, the first prime minister in Nigeria before and after independence. So, this man was born in December 1912 in Tafawa Balewa, Bauchi State. At the time of his birth, Nigeria was still under the British rule, under the British colonial administration. And he schooled in the north. He had his primary and secondary educations in the north, but later proceeded to study in the United Kingdom. He studied at Institute of Education in the University of London. So this man was like well read. The man's English was extraordinary. Like you need to see his clips, the videos of Tafawa Balewa. I was mesmerized. I was wowed. I was awed. I was like, God, like who is this man? His eloquence in English was so spectacular. That should give him the nickname the golden voice of Africa. Yeah, because when you hear this man speak, his speech is like he was so soft, so eloquent, so it was awesome. It was wonderful. I think we should actually go back to our history classes because we don't know history anymore, or we don't learn history anymore in this country. I don't know if some schools still do, but during my own time, they scrapped it. We didn't do history at a particular after my a point in my primary school. I stopped doing history, and it was really interesting. When you get to know these past presidents about your country and all. Now, if you ask teenagers, or even people like myself, some persons don't even know most of all these things, except you research, which is actually very wonderful. But I think that history should actually still be in the school curriculum, because it helps. You know your foundation. When you're asked about some things about your country outside, you know how to answer. You would know what to say, just saying. So back to Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. So he schooled, yeah, he had his tertiary education in the United Kingdom, like I said previously. So after he returned, he was appointed as the inspector of schools for the colonial administration, because he during his time as like the inspector of schools assisted so much in the spread of education in the Northern Protectorate. Like he was that good. Like he was amazing. So later on, he delved into politics in the mid 1940s. He entered into politics and he was very good at it. He was successful at it. He was really successful at it. And that actually, he actually took steps unifying the country because he formed a coalition, his own party, which was the NPC, the Northern People's Congress, and Nnamdi Azikwe's party, which was the NCNC, the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons. So that actually was the foundation that bettered our independence. Eventually, we got our independence on the 1st of October 1960. So this man actually had many honorary awards. Like he was awarded severally, and one of which was he was knighted by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II as the Knight Commander of the British Empire. Do you know what that was? The Knight Commander of the British Empire. Oh, but then his reign was short-lived because he was assassinated in the first coup in Nigeria in 1966, January 1966. And um, it wasn't. He was. It was short lived. He died at the age of 54, which was very young. It was very young. 54 years is actually young. But then there are monuments in honor of Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. There are monuments in honor of him. There is the TBS, the Tafawa Balewa Square in Marina in Lagos, which has four gigantic horses and eight eagles, eight red eagles, which signifies strength and dignity. And also there is his tomb in Bauchi, his hometown, which has his the burial site, which is actually a very beautiful site. Actually, people usually go there for sightseeing, excursions, and all. So the life of this man, he was a very, very selfless person. He was so humble. Like imagine these days when people go on vacations, they go to Barbados, they go to Seychelles, they go to Mauritius to rest. But this man goes to his village in Bauchi State. Like you see how humble, like he didn't even see it as anything. Like he was so humble, he was so selfless. His life was an act of service. Like it was a life of service actually. Like he lived for the people. I'm sure he touched so many lives. Like anybody that comes across him was touched. Like it was so amazing. I was going through his life and times, the stories about him, and I was so amazed at what a wonderful kind of human being he was. It's so sad that good people don't last. Good people don't last at all. But I'm so happy to learn about this man, and I'm so happy about the kind of life he lived and life kind of lives he touched. You know. So that's what I brought to your doorstep today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you got a thing or two from this. And please kindly like, share, and subscribe so we can grow together. Thank you for so much for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Ciao.